We are at Warsaw, the first or last station on the South Bypass railway line. You might have noticed that I'm not on the platform. When they built the South Bypass line, the station Warsaw, you can see the platform right there, will be relocated about 200 meters over there. I'm also here because there's a loud road. I'm also here because there's a very loud road and you couldn't hear me. Also, there's this very old sign. About 8 kilometers of the railway line will be in a tunnel, and the tunnel would start somewhere here. The tunnel itself is supposed to cost 1.5 billion zloty, and the entire project is supposed to cost 3 billion zloty. The railway line will go under this big road that goes to Rondo Unii Europejskiej. According to the map, the next station at Rondo Unii Europejskiej is supposed to be called Warszawa Vovka. Recording all these future stations would be way easier if they built this line. Here we are at Rondo Unii Europejskiej, or the European Union roundabout. This station name is supposed to be Warszawa Wołowska, named after the street Wołowska, which is here. In my opinion, there are definitely way better names, like Warszawa Mokotów, named after the mall Mokotów, which is named after the district Mokotów. Similar to Warszawa Służewiec, there are trams here. This station will be underground, similar to Warszawa Służewiec, maybe, or Warszawa Południowa. Spoiler, I mean Wilanowska, Sobieskiego, and some other stations. I forgot all of them already. This railway line is actually very useful. The next station will prove that. This roundabout is probably the ugliest roundabout in Warsaw. This is the reason why this railway line needs to be built. We are at Warszawa Wilanowska. Well, actually Wilanowska, because the train station doesn't exist and probably won't for another 30 years. Over here is a bus station and a tram stop. The MZA buses call the bus station Metro Wilanowska, but all the other companies called it Warszawa Południowa, which means Warsaw South bus stop. The train station will be underground and the metro station's underground, so that will cause a huge conflict, which probably means that the train station will be really deep underground, like 30 meters. The metro station has a really nice view of the metro platform, as you can see. It only makes sense to call it Warszawa Południowa, Warsaw South, because there's already Warsaw East, Warsaw Central, and Warsaw West. So why shouldn't there be Warsaw South? But considering Warszawa Gdańska isn't called Warszawa Północna, Warsaw North isn't good. So the station might be called Warszawa Wilanowska, but that's still a nice name. Warszawa Południowa is just way better. Can't wait for intercity trains to run here. It took 20 minutes to arrive here. Anyways, we are at Warszawa Sobieskiego. Why do they have to give these train stations the worst names ever? What about Warszawa Siedlce? That sounds way cooler. You might also be asking, this is the worst place to build a train station. There's nothing here. And you would be correct. For now. They're building trams here from Wilanów to the center, because right now there are only buses, and soon there'll be trains. This is the first station that won't be underground. How does that make any sense? Where are they gonna put it? On the map it said that it could be a viaduct. Also, there are some houses here that'll be bulldozed to build the train line. This is actually a good place to build a train station. Look, there's apartments everywhere. They're actually kind of beautiful. Oh. I think that's abandoned. Time to go to the next station. I don't even know the name of the station. I don't even know where it is. I don't even know where I'm going. We are at Warszawa Czerniaków. Almost had to walk here. Luckily I found a bus. Finally, a station with a good name. The neighborhood over here is called Czerniaków. So, the station name is good. So it must mean that the station will be good? Nope. You would be incorrect. According to the map, the station is supposed to be somewhere there. Where exactly is the station supposed to be? How are you going to find space for a station here? The only logical option is like a tunnel. I don't even know why a station should be built here. There aren't any apartments, no houses, nothing. I guess the reason to build a station here is because it's kind of a transport hub. There are 4 bus stops here, going to Wilanów, Centrum, anywhere. Just like how Warszawa Zachodnia, Warsaw West, is in the middle of nowhere. Kind of. At least Warsaw West doesn't have these ugly viaducts right next to it. This is literally a roundabout. Why do you need viaducts for a roundabout? Also, technically, this isn't a roundabout. This is a traffic circle because there are traffic lights everywhere. So, a big roundabout. We are at Warszawa, another station with a good name. This station will be in the middle of two roads. This one, I don't remember the name, sorry. And that one. According to the map, there are also supposed to be trams here. It's kind of similar to the last station, but there aren't any ugly viaducts. And the roads aren't as loud. The station will be located in the neighborhood Siekierki, which is where it gets its name from. Also, the Vistula River is approaching. This is the last station on the west side of the river. The platform will probably be somewhere here, behind those trees. The platform would stretch all the way to the other road. You probably don't see it. We actually need this railway line built. This is the perfect time to start a run. I'm mad. The reason why I'm mad is because they're... We are at Warszawa. I don't know exactly where the platform will be, but the people who drew the map don't even know where it's supposed to be, because the line cuts down right through this roundabout. This is called Warszawa because it's in the Gottsław neighborhood, which is in the Praga Południe district. But what if I told you everything I said was wrong? Technically, we are in Vava, which is a district, and we're in the last neighborhood, which is the worst name for a neighborhood because it just means forest. This technically isn't in Gottsław. Gottsław is right over there, on the other side of the viaduct. I'm still not in Gottsław, but it doesn't matter. It's close enough. Over here you can see the Most Poniatowskiego bridge, and wow, is it beautiful. This is actually where Gottsław is. This is the center of Valley. There's lots of neighborhoods here. I don't know them because I don't live here. But this is where the M3 line is supposed to terminate. Maybe, because it's still not planned yet, and it probably won't be until 2030, which is in 6 years. Great. That was central Gottsław, but we're back here at the Gottsław bus station. The metro might be here, it might not. The metro might terminate there, where I was previously, or it might terminate here. We'll see in 8, 9 or 10 years. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We're on the east side of the Vistula River, so we're in Praga, not to be confused with the capital city of Czechia. We are at Warszawa, a poor choice of name since there's already a train station named Warszawa, so I think they'll have to pick a different one. This is where they plan for the tracks to be built in this canal, and the station will be somewhere here or somewhere under the road. I don't know. This canal goes all the way to Chaserów, which is where I'll be heading next. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Also, I didn't know I went to London. King's Cross, the station will be located not far away from the Gottsławic bus and tram stop. Trams terminate here, but the buses keep going further outside of Warsaw. We might actually be able to walk to Chaserów. I guess we'll see. I don't know what this canal is used for, but I hope it's not for much because they're gonna build a railway line here. Oh great, another train. We are at Warszawa Chaserów. Really hard name to pronounce. This is the final station I'll be doing. I know there are some other stations I didn't do, but they're not that important. Also, most of them are in the middle of a forest. There's an existing railway line here from Warszawa Wschodnia to Otwock, and even further it's like Pilawo, Dęblin, or Lublin even. I just don't know where the train station is supposed to be. Is this supposed to be a viaduct or a tunnel? There's not much space for either of those. There isn't any space for a viaduct, forget that I said that. A tunnel is possible, but then where will you put the station? In the middle of the forest? There's another station over there called Warszawa Gottsławiec. Not the one that I just showed, but the original one. So I will change the name of that station to something else because the Warszawa Gottsławiec that I showed is closer to Gottsławiec. There's also a station over there called Warszawa Olszynka Grochowska. This isn't the only railway line that's planned but not built yet, so stay tuned for a different railway line. But for now, bye.